Hey, 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 hey. Hey everyone, Imran Web Squadron, Tuesday, busy morning, editing videos. It's been a funny 12 hours, I have to say. I've been having millions of different emotions, but it's been working on stuff, editing videos this morning from the videos that we had yesterday. But it has been a bit of a funny morning. When I say funny morning, it's from the point that I woke up because there was some emails and messages and things to go through and stuff like that. So, but yeah, bit of a funny morning. Hey, if you are watching live or on replay, don't forget to hit like. It matters to the YouTube algorithm. I'm just currently... Hey, Brian, how are you? How are things with you, by the way? Any major projects? Anything you're working on today? Hey, Antony. And thanks for chipping into that question, Antony, about the overflow. I was editing videos, so I didn't get a chance to look at it. But yeah, you know, glad you found it was the book cover on there for that person. B Informatica, how are you? Hey, Richard, how are you? Not seen you for a while. Hope you're okay. Hey, Eddie. By the way, Eddie, I think the Canva video comes out tomorrow. It's about 1 hour 20 minutes, I think, something like that. That's coming out tomorrow. Hey, Critical Worth, hope you're okay. Hey, Graham. So I want to tell you about... Nice one, Brian. That is what I like to hear. 3 new clients. In the last 12 hours, hey Jimmy, hope you're okay. In the last 12 hours, 3 different things happened which made me go through a bit of an emotional roller coaster. Did 7 videos yesterday, editing them today, but I was feeling pretty good that we got 7 videos recorded. Believe me, when you get that many videos recorded, it's a great, great feeling. I'm just going to quickly check the question here. Thomas. Is it possible to paste an Elementor container in root level? I don't know. Ooh, I'm going to let someone else answer that. One. Right. Hey, Erling. Right. Back to my last 12 hours, okay? On the Breakdance, you know the Breakdance Facebook community group, for no reason, because it wasn't like I had started a comment or anything, for no reason... Okay, someone just decided to so breakdance, not breakdance. No, it wasn't breakdance, it was bricks. Sorry, in the bricks community Facebook group. Hey, Forrid. So someone on bricks started a conversation about how there's going to be more regular updates. Okay, and then further down in the commentary tree, someone who just sort of went and said, "I hate Imran. He kisses ass. I hate him. I don't like him. I've blocked him." What the hell was that all about? That post on Bricks was nothing to do with me. You know, I didn't start it. Nothing like that. And this person was like, Imran is kiss ass. Anyway, I found them on LinkedIn and I asked them in a message, what do you mean by kiss ass? Can you dare to explain it? But they wouldn't. Anyway, that made me feel a little bit angry. I was a bit irritated by that. I do get a little bit irritated if people make a personal attack. I take it personally. The second thing that happened was in the last 12 hours, I've had 3 emails. Yeah, exactly. Kissing ass. 3 different people have contacted me about working on their websites, which is great. However... they are so scarce on detail where I go back to them and go, so what do you mean exactly? Or can you share a few more details? And they come back with, yeah, but what's the cost? And you sort of go, so are you really looking for help? Or are you just trying to find out a bit of interest about what you want? Absolutely, Thomas. I mean, it's the reason why I approached them was because they've made it publicly in a forum. It was a bit like, okay, what do you mean by that? In the end, they deleted their comment, which is up to them. You know, I didn't tell them to. I just asked them to explain, what have I done to insult you? Why do you think I'm a kiss ass? Because I tell you what, if I've got something to say about Elementor, Bricks, Breakdance, Gutenberg, whatever, I just say it, right? So That wasn't emotion number one. Emotion number two was we had 3 different people approach us to do websites, very different people, but they weren't very good at clarifying what they want. And it was like, hello, I'm not going to give you a quote. I'm not going to book you in until I know a few more details. What do you want? What do you want? The third thing that's happened, and this one has shot up in the last 3 days. Yesterday, last night, and even this morning, it's gone through the roof. I'm not going to tell you how many, but it's gone like that. Boom. I am getting hounded. Hey, George, hope you're okay, mate. I am getting hounded by people from Fiverr. I know they're from Fiverr because it's on their profile that they're Fiverr. They call themselves Fiverr experts, by the way. They are bombarding me with messages about how they can help me to improve my YouTube subscribers and views. And I've basically said to them, well, how? How'd you do that? How'd you do that? How are you going to improve that? So I don't need help. I prefer to do the hard work and the effort and get my subscribers. I'll get some, I'll lose some. That's how it is, right? I will try and get my views and people watching my videos and putting stuff out there with effort and hard work. These people, they're contacting me and they're going, we're going to help you get more subscribers and more views. So I was like, how? Not because I want to use them, but because I want to go, I want to go, well, how? How are you going to do that? What are you going to do? Are these bots? Are these real people? Are these just 1 minute views? So you get all your friends, you go, hey, everyone, watch this video for 1 minute because it generates the views. Then you'll say to some of them, oh, subscribe. And then once I'm paid, unsubscribe. You know, leave a comment. We love the video. And I just felt like there's going to be people out there who need to get subscribers or views who would get sucked into this. And luckily, I'm strong enough to go, no, I don't need your help. I'll do it the hard way. But I'm telling you now, in fact, let me tell you now, right? Let me tell you, I'm not going to show you, but the number of messages I've had today, since I woke up this morning at 7 o'clock, this is how many I've had. I'm just checking in one other location. 13 separate messages from different people. Like, what the heck? But what irritates me is that some of these are going to get people to use their services to get more subscribers, to get more views and all of that shit. But they're duping you because once they've given you whatever you want, the subscribers will drop. Don't fall for it, okay? Let me just check the comments because I have been ignoring all of you. Don't forget to hit like. Oh yes, Andrew. Play Center got in touch. Oh no. Okay. I just found it weird. I have to say that I'm going to come on to something else that I saw last night, and maybe I'm the only one with a problem. So this is emotion number 4. Maybe I'm the only one with this problem, but I want to get your view and opinion on this in a moment. Just checking the comments. Nice one, Andrew. Saving our stash. I hope the documents come in handy and help you out. Do you know what, Antony? I've had people literally say to me, they just don't like my face. They've literally said, we don't like your face. And it's almost a bit like, fine, I don't like my face, but I got to deal with it every day. Right, emotion number 4. This is a very weird one, okay? This is a very weird one. On the Elementor Facebook group, you're not meant to do self-promotion. People do sometimes do it in a sneaky way where they put their website, what do you think of my website, and it's their web design agency or freelancing, right? But you're not meant to do self-promotion. I do reply to some comments, not all of them. Some of the comments, when I reply, I might put a video in to help them understand how to solve their problem. That's one of the reasons why we created the videos, right? It was to help solve problems. What I have found, though, is that last night someone posted a video from YouTube where they said it's day one of them starting off as a web design agency. And there was a part of me that was a bit like, that is self-promotion. But it wasn't taken down. But anyway, look, I don't want to get hung up on that, because I think I've already frowned enough at that one. But yeah, there's people who, they don't like my face, they don't like my voice and whatever like that. So, you know, we're always getting comments. Hey Soren, hope you're okay. Thursday at 3 p.m. BST or 10 a.m. East Central Time, EST, or whatever the time is, 3 p.m. BST, we have got a live chat with, who we got a live chat with? Who have we got a live chat with? Yeah, Andrew, ask me anything, go for it. Wiki Design, how could I forget that? With Wiki Design, okay? Well, we're going to talk about some of the challenges that web design agencies and freelancers could be suffering, and how do they get around the problem, and how do I get around the problem? Yeah. Just reading what Anthony says. Probably saying I didn't like you putting up a video to help others. Yeah, well, this is a weird one, you see, Anthony, because last night someone put up a video, and basically the video was about them starting off as a web design agency, but leading into their YouTube. And I was a bit like, but that's not answering a question. But then I just thought, I'm not going to get involved into it. So Wiki Design on Thursday. And then on Friday, yeah, did you see that one, Soren? And I was a bit like, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do those kind of posts. And I got a bit confused, because I just felt like, surely you're not meant to do that. But anyway, right. Not point number 5. On Friday. By the way, Jimmy, don't think of yourself as not smartio with SEO, Jimmy, because I think a lot of us, we kind of find our own way around SEO. I have my way around SEO, and it doesn't always work. And then I have to rethink my strategy, and sometimes it works. There's a bit of luck. There is a bit of luck with SEO. I don't care what anyone says. There is a bit of luck. But I would say, yeah, that, you know, if you're good with the basics, sometimes that can be enough. But you know the score, Jimmy. We've got the Web Squadron Facebook group. Go and ask a question. We can all support one another. But yeah, where was I going with this? I was going somewhere with this, wasn't I? I've forgotten where I was now. Oh yes, Friday, we've got the giveaway. So Friday's live chat that we do at this time of day will be dedicated to the giveaway. We're going to do the raffle live, right? So you will see me take all the names, stick them into this online tool, hit the button. So there's no gaming. You can't say, oh, you gave that to Jimmy on purpose. No, it will now be totally randomized, okay? And if your name comes up twice, I will then go, right, you've already won. I've got to strip your name out, and then we pick again. All right, so that it is purely, so there's no scheming or gaming or fakeness going on at all. What I will say, though, about the giveaway is that we've had over 470 people apply, which is fantastic. We've had over 470 people apply. However, here we go. 60 of them, not 60, that number is wrong. 47 of them, don't know why I said 60 because there's a number here. 47 of them were the same IP address. So I will be ensuring that you're only in the pot once. The same IP address, and this is where, hey David Lab, yeah, by the way, what Richard said, please hit like. If you're watching right now and you've not hit like, you're not doing something good for the world. You've got to hit like. So of those 470 odd people, there were 47 that were duplicates. And this is how I find a duplicate. Number one, the IP address. I have the IP address, so I can see that. That's number one. Number two, you notice the same, like there's one person who entered 6 times. Same IP address, different email, different name. But the thing is when you look at the time that they were they submitted, it was like 10:38, 10:39, 10:40, 10:41, 10:42, 10:43. And it was like, come on, right? Not only is it the same IP address, but you've done it in a sequence, you know? Do you know what I mean? You know, but it's based on the time, Eddie. It's based on the time. You can see the time. And if I've got the same IP address and they're all like within a minute of one another, you kind of go, yeah, all right. So I will make sure, though, that I will be removing duplicate IP addresses, especially if it's in the same time, because I just think that I want to make sure everyone has a fair chance of a way of getting in. There you go. You see, I have my strategies and my ways. You know, I used to be an analyst, you know. I used to be a data health analyst. Well, head of business intelligence and head of analytics in the NHS. So I have my ways of looking out for dodgy things going on, you know. I don't need Access database here. Right, I've just seen your question, Andrew, but I'm just double checking what has been said above in case I've missed anyone off the list. By the way, you don't need to be present for the draw. I will do the draw and then I will put the results up in the Web Squadron Facebook group. And then I will be contacting the relevant people to go, right, you've won X, Y, Z. Here's what you need to do now. Is it a coupon code? Do you have to register and then the code is sent to you? Stuff like that. You'll get instructions because they're a bit different for all of them. So you will get details sent out to you. So don't worry about that. Yeah, so Anthony, I'm glad you say that because that's what my feeling was about the self-promotion bit because it wasn't related to any question. Number two, Anthony, did you go to that person's website? I really did not like it, and and a lot of people said they liked it, which I felt confused about. Did you go and look at the website, Anthony? I looked on it on my phone and was like, what? Then I looked at it on a desktop, and it's like, you got to click. You got to click and click and click to see anything, and I really did not like it. But that is just that being said. Hey Dipanshu, hey Maddie, hey Kashav, hey Dave Den. Right, let me just go through the questions that are coming through. Andrew, if I had my mum's spaghetti, would you capture it or just let it slip? What? If I had mom's spaghetti, would you capture it or just let it slip? I would put my fork in and wind my fork up, Andrew. Andrew, you've got to tell me more about where you're going with this. Would you capture or let it slip? Hey, Sinan, how you doing? Nice one, Dipanshu. You've solved the website problem. So do you want to email me your link again? And we can have another look. Do you want to email me your link again? info@websquadron.co.uk. Eddie, do you have a plan B if you don't reach 10,000 by Friday? Well, Eddie, we might not hit 10,000 by Friday. We're still going to do it, okay? We are still going to do it because we are so close to it. Why not? And it's my birthday on Saturday. I will be 44 years old. 44 years old on Saturday. So we're still going to do it the day before on the Friday. Do you know something, George? I don't know, really. I'm not sure why when people watch the videos, they question our honesty and all that. And I think it's a bit like... Okay, I'll come on to why. I do have a suspicion I know why, and I'll come on to that in a moment. Hey, Mia, how are you? Yeah, and Tony, if I was you, go and look at the website. Just go look at it. Because... I was just struggling. I looked at it and I thought, this is someone telling us they've been using Element. Well, look, okay, here's a few things that don't work, that made me look at this and go, I don't think you're being honest. They've been using Elementor since day one, Antony, and they only just realised there's an Elementor Facebook group. Like, literally, they've just discovered it. Are you kidding me? You've been using Elementor since day one, and you've just realised there's an Elementor Facebook group. Are you kidding me? Like, seriously? Just check the comments. No, I'm not nervous. If people watching the... Yeah, David, I think there is a way to stop that in Elementor. I think there is a way to... To be honest, though, if you mean when it's in your mouth, I catch it. So if it's falling out, I will catch it. So basically, if you've got spaghetti dangling out your mouth as you're eating, you know, I will, with my fork, quickly scoop it up. Not with my hand. I won't do that. I won't do it with my hand. My son does that. He'd be like, he does that. I would be using my fork to kind of catch it and scoop it back in. Yeah, very true, George. Very true. Nice one, Andrew. You're 52. Soren, 44. Youngling. Yeah, I am. I'm still a youngling, I think. Am I going live on Saturday? Do you know what? I don't know, Jimmy. I don't know, because it depends on if me and my son are going to do anything. It depends on what my son wants to do. You know, it depends. Maybe Mia. Maybe I'll go live for a little bit. I am getting old, mate. 46. Hey, happy birthday, Thomas. Everyone, happy birthday, Thomas. He's 46 today. Hey, Gary, how you doing? An internet-free day, Eddie. Oh, that'll be it, won't it? Nacho cheese dust around. Right, breakdance. Ah, nice one, Deepanshu. We share the same birthday. 25. Don't forget to email me if you want me to look at your link again, okay, Deepanshu. You don't have to, by the way, okay, but if you want us to look at your... Ah, you've just sent it. Okay, cool. I'll look at that in a moment. Let me just get the link. Let's just go over to here, Page Speed Insights again, Page Speed Insights. So let's just go to Deepanshu's website again. Whoa, where is it? Page Speed Insights. Whoa, hold on a minute. Hold on. There we go. Right, let's just put in the URL. Let's try that. Right, I want to just talk about, while that's loading up. So Breakdance have now introduced a nacho cheese for sure, Andrew. Nacho cheese for sure. I'll try and take a day off, Jimmy. You know me. So on not... Whoa, what's happening with my screen? My screen's gone a bit funny. I think I moved it. What have I moved? Ah, here we go. Yeah. Breakdance have now introduced an affiliate scheme where for every time you sell a license, you get... I've got to run it again, by the way. So, whoops. So, Breakdance have introduced an affiliate scheme. Have you seen that? Where now you get $50 or something like that if you sell the license. The issue I have with that is that if you as an agency have purchased a Breakdance license which gives you unlimited websites per year and you've now got a client, are you going to get your client to not... Who's there, Andrew? If you've got a client... Are you now going to get them to buy a $149 package for unlimited licenses? Just so you can get $50 commission, which is pretty good, $50 commission, but I'm struggling with this whole concept. I'm struggling a little bit here. In fact, let's just leave Breakdance alone, right? I think we've done it to death, haven't we, about the whole single license thing. Right, so Deepanshu, I'm looking at your website right now, okay? And you'll notice here your score is still not looking too high for some reason. So I've run it twice, by the way. Look, I'm going to run it again. So I'm running it on two different screens, right? And your image here, you still have a PNG image. Can you see here? You still have a PNG image. And you can see this. It says here the potential saving here. So I would say that. Asparagus who? Asparagus who? Asparagus. Don't get that. So Dipanshu, I would double check your image still over here, WebP and all of that. I think your server speed is letting you down, to be honest. I think your server speed, your JavaScript, you know, sometimes there is stuff you can do about that, sometimes not all the time. You do still have this font issue, though. Like, you got loads of fonts here, CDN coming in. You still got this font issue. See, the thing is, though, Dipanshu, right? If I'm really honest, okay, if I look at your, like, here you got 59, okay, so we'll take the 59 score, okay? If I show your website, okay, if we just look at your website right now, okay, when you see this website, other than the animations, there's not a lot going on. You got a footer with social sharing icons. You got a subscription form. You got 2 images, right? You got button and image and like just text, and then you got an icon, an image that entrance animation. There is not a lot going on here at all. There is not a lot going on. But when you go here, your desktop is 84. And your mobile is 59. And I look at that and I go, that's, yes, George. It's the same guy yesterday, Dipanshu. And I just think that, like, look, your fonts here, you've still got all of these, right? And are you preloading all of these? Because that's a lot of fonts, mate. That's a lot of font styles you've got going on there. That's a lot. And, you know, I mean, so what George is saying there about AWS, hey, Mark, you know, and that being said, I'm looking at your fonts. It does look like you've got lots of different style. You got a style here. You got a different style here. So look, style here, style there, which isn't even the same as this style in the button. Oh, no, is it? I think it is the same. You got a style here, different word style here, different style here. It doesn't match up to that style. You got this style here, like this, that matches that, I think. Different style again. So it's almost about consistency. And what I would say is if you're going to have rounded buttons for your sign up, I would say all of your buttons might need to be rounded. It's just all about consistency. But I do think this font here is letting you down. That is letting you down there. Back over here. Right. So Andrew is but something to do with asparagus. Asparagus. Yep, see you later, Andrew. Just checking the comments. Yeah, what Gary says, I don't like to go, I sometimes use 1 or 2 and I work it around that, and I don't like to have too many different weightings. I mean, I would say, Dipanshu, that AWS might not, I mean, look, is this your website or a client's website? Your website or a client's website? Yep, agreed, George and Brian. AWS, you know, anything with CDN, to be honest, Bunny CDN is great for videos, but even Bunny CDN, which is meant to be super, super fast in how you retrieve videos, sometimes there's a delay. Sometimes there is a delay. You can't get around it, you know. Sometimes I only use one font on a website, you know, and I just use different size and weightings for the header, the subheader, and the body. And why do I only go for one? Well, it keeps it clean. You know, sometimes, you know, when you have like 2, you start messing around with, well, what are you going to use and what, you know, when. And if you have too many fonts, you're asking for a world of pain. Yeah, exactly what George is saying. It might be that you need some bespoke one-to-one help on that, Dipanshu. But is this your website or another website? I mean, Gary, I think there's quite a few of us that are in your camp with SiteGround. I love SiteGround. SiteGround is not the best, but it's the best for me. All right, it's not the best, but it's the best for me. So I'm happy with that and just using that. Okay, Rabbit Loader Tier 2. And how have you found that? I know there was some talk about Rabbit Loader with, was it just like another type of Nitro Pack, but some people have said it's quite good. Crockablock. Crockablock is really, really good. I know a lot of people like using it. I just find that there's too many settings and I think it takes longer to learn than it is to use. That's my only criticism. It's always good to learn and you always have to get dirty with it. But sometimes when you've got a project and you're trying to find a solution or find the best solution, I was going to use Crockablock for someone's website once and I spent like half a day just trying to learn and watch videos and read stuff and getting myself all confused. And I thought, forget it. This is taking way too long and I haven't even started building what we need to do for the client. So I just think it is like, I just think that it is a great product. I think it's really good. I just found it took me too long to get my head around it. But it might have been more to do with the fact of what I was trying to solve. It was a very complex problem. Yeah, so Sinan uses on, yep, they do have their themes. Yep, you're right, John. Yep. Sinan, we only use one, maybe two fonts per design. Absolutely. That is the way I like to do things. I like to have one font. And if the client wants a second font, because we need to add a bit of variation, then I'll go for two. I don't like to go for three. I feel like I'm muddying the waters then a little bit. So Dipanshu, the client wants to use 4 different fonts. Okay, so Dipanshu, here's the question. Have you advised the client on why they need to have 4 different styles? Have you spoken to them? Why do they need 4? Let's just go back onto your website, okay? Let's go back here. Why do they need 4 different styles? Why do they need 4 different ones? Because right now, I can't see any reason why you would need 4 different styles. And the other question I would then say is the client an expert in visualization? So they have a drawing program and it's a drawing camp. For someone who claims to be a drawing camp, right? And I don't mean to be critical here. Level up your art, learn to draw the right way, master the fundamentals, in all of this. Surely they should understand placements, the grids and all of that, focus points and types of fonts. Surely they should know that. It's like a book cover. When you have the title, it might be one style and the author's name might be another style, but you don't overdo it with too many different fonts. But a lot of it does depend. I would just go back to the client and say, yeah. Well, the thing is, Mark, if the issue, the thing is, Mark, is they could get away with it. The trouble is that because they're using CDN, go to the mobile score 59, the fonts, look how many font styles they've got there. That's a lot. That's a lot of font styles coming through. But yeah. I mean, they all look like different font families, though, Sinan. It's not even the weight. It looks like font families going on there. Just checking the comments. Sorry, I've just missed off a few stuff here. Right, so if you need to accept payment using Forms, Rajat, you might want to use Forminator. Forminator. It is a free plugin. You can create your form. You can add in cost calculations, conditional logic, whatever you want, and you can have a PayPal or a Pay Now via Stripe button on there, and it will take them through. To be honest, Catalyst, right, for dynamic websites, there's lots of other ways and solutions, and sometimes I can just use dynamic tags within Elementor as well to do what I need to do. Right, so the client has given the design. I don't have the option to change it. That's not entirely true, Deepanshu. That's not entirely true, and here's why. Let me explain to you, right? If I said to a builder, build me an extension, and I gave him a plan, I want this, and I want a window here, and a sky lantern here, and my door over here. The builder might look at that design and go, you can't do that because it's breaking regulations. You can't put the door there because you have a lintel, or the lantern won't fit, the lighting, whatever. You can't put this wall over there because, I don't know, blocking something or whatever. The builder or the building control or the architect is there to advise. So I would say the client gave you a design. Did the client design it themselves, or was it designed for them? And just because a client says, this is what I want, rather than saying, okay, we'll copy that, I would challenge them and go, have you considered something else? Because at the end of the day, we're the people who design the websites. So we're the people that should be able to say, this is great, but maybe slip it around. Because if I now start looking at this design, okay, if I look at this design and now I review the design, the different fonts up here is just, it just doesn't work for me, right? You got this level 1, level 2, level 3 with a mega menu, which is kind of cool. I like that. However, the difference, this is, I don't get this. It's a drawing camp and we only have a pencil. Where's the artwork? That hero banner should be full-blown artwork going on here. Maybe even show shots of people drawing, like a collage or something. The yellow, that yellow's a bit... Yeah, what Gene is saying there, they might not even realise when you change the fonts. Right, I'm going to be back in a moment. I'm just going to nip over to the loo, okay? I'll be back in a bit, all right? Carry on the conversation, though. Carry on the conversation. I'll be back. Sorry about that. My cat was sick. Let me tell you now, has anyone had a cat who's sick and like has emptied out their breakfast all over the floor? Pain. When your cat is sick, right, you can't just skip it and leave it. You got to go clean it up. You know, damn it. Back to the comments. Wow. Just reading here about 15 font families. Whoa. Toilet manufacturer sponsorship. That'll be the day. Yeah, I mean, look, what I would say, is that Sinan makes a very good point. OMGF. The trouble is, though, with OMGF, if you have more than one font family, you got to pay for it. Then the premium version, which I don't think. Yeah. By the way, Eddie, it was the cat. The cat was sick. I had to clean it up. So what I would say, yeah. My cat is gonna be 18 years old in November. He spends a lot of time just sleeping now. He doesn't, the only time he's active is when it's time to eat or when he's being sick. But he's getting quite old now, bless him. He's been my loyal friend for nearly 18 years. But yeah, OMGF for one font family is free. For more than one, you got to pay for it. But I would say, I would say that, if the client wants something, I'm prepared to challenge them because isn't that the reason why they're using us? Not just to build, but they want our expertise as well. If I know a client, their website is about sound systems, audio and sound system. And their company name is called Blue Hat. Blue Hat, and they are sound audio system. And I say to them, what's your keyword? And they go, the keyword is Blue Hat. I'd be like, no. You could either go with it and go, fine, we just put Blue Hat in as a keyword. But surely as an expert or with expertise, I would say to them, you don't want to do Blue Hat. You want your keywords to be sound systems. You're based in New York. Sound systems, New York. Sound systems near me. Audio systems, New York. Audio, New York. Stuff like that. Because that's what's more likely to be searched for. No one's going to go onto Google and type Blue Hat. But I would say, hey, Dave. Hey, Dave. But if the client is very specific and they're not willing to change their mind, then maybe it's not worth arguing. And as long as you get paid, go for it. However, if you've said to your client, we're going to build you a website, which is a high performance website with good performance scoring to help your Google rankings and your SEO. And then you give, hey, Nick, if you then give them a website that scores 50 out of 100, and remember, this website Dipanshu had was basic. There was no sliders. There was nothing crazy going on there. No, videos. And it is scoring 53, 59. I would then be like, as a client, I would be going back to you and going, why is my score so low? And if you then came back to me and said, because you had all of these fonts, I would then say, but then why didn't you tell me that? I thought it was okay. Right? If like a Mark Newman wanted a house extension, and Mark then said, I want a red brick, a blue brick, a green brick, a white brick, a black brick, a Cotswolds brick, an old cobbled brick, a pebble brick. So I've got to get bricks from 20 different places. And you can't buy one brick. I've got to get brick pallets. And then I've got to take the bricks out and range them. And then Mark says to me, that's going to cost like $1 million. And I'm like, what? Why is it $1 million? And then Mark says, because you went for individual bricks. I would then say, yeah, but Mark, why didn't you tell me? If you had told me it was going to be that varied, I would have just gone for one style. So I think from an expertise point of view, yeah, take care, Erling, take care. I would say, yeah, that neon light bricks, now we're talking, Soren, right? Now we're talking. You know, yeah. But this is where, if a client says to me, like once there was one client and they had like a 50 megabyte video and they wanted it on. And I was like, no, it will slow down your website. You want that video on, you need to get the original video, right, and get it onto YouTube or whatever like that. Because the one they had, the quality wasn't right. It was the quality of the video. It basically looked like they had got the video and they had like screen captured it. So it wasn't even the proper resolution. Hey, Andrew. So I feel like as designers or freelancers, we should bring our expertise into the equation. But that's just me putting my 2 pence in. Yeah, Jake, in a way, the conversation kind of started with looking at a website, looking at a page speed score, realizing there were loads of fonts on there, so that's bringing your score down. And then you get into the argument of, well, the client wants loads of fonts. So do you just go with it? Or do you try and work with the client to go, well, look, if you reduce it, or we think differently about it, it will have an impact on your page speed score, your performance of your website, which could impact on your Google rankings and how long it takes for your website to render. Because do you know what's really bad is when a website loads and the fonts switch. I don't like that. You know when you have the font appear, the browser default, and then it switches? That is okay if it's quick. If it is quick and I don't notice the switch, I don't care. But there's nothing worse than when you go to the website, okay, you get all of your images and wording appear, and then the images and wording move. The cumulative layout shift, the CLS, because the fonts have now switched. And often that's because your font took longer to load in, or you had too many, and You're asking more of your server. But hey, that's what it is. That's what it is. How are you all rocking so far this week in terms of your workloads and your projects? Are you managing them okay? You know, do you feel like it's going to be a good week? I mean, Brian already has mentioned he's got 3 new clients this month. And I'm hoping, Brian, these are projects that you are comfortable with. Are you feeling good about them? You know, there's one thing about 3 new clients, but are you going, yeah, this is going to be a great month? I agree, Jake. I actually like to stick to 1, and then I might go to 2. I prefer 1, just because I like things simple, and then I might go to 2. But that's just me. And I know some people will go for more, but hey. Yeah, Andrew, is this on your website where you've noticed a font switch? So it could be the server, it could be fetching it, it could be the preloading, it could be a heavy-duty font. Even though it's preloaded, it's just taking longer to pull through. Okay, Aljamaz. Andrew, when you stick to 1 font, how many weights do you add? Right, I will have the thin one, which might be weight 200. I'll have the regular, which is weight 300. I will then have the medium, which might be 500. And then I might have the bold one, which might be 700 or 800. So I might have 4. 4 weightings for 1 font. And that is it. Hey, Richard. Aljamaz asks a question about how do you choose a hero banner? Well, Aljamaz, that's a question for you. So when it comes to your hero banner, do you need an image? Hero banners don't always need an image. Get out of that mindset. You don't always need an image. They help, but you don't always do it. Sometimes your headline words can be enough, right? Headline words. What is the basis of the website? What is the brand? What are you selling? What is the service? What is the problem you're solving? So if I go to this website here, okay, this hero banner here doesn't work for me because it's white space, drawing camp. I don't see a camp. It's drawing camp, but I don't see anyone drawing. I don't see the teachers. I don't see the teachers. I don't see the students. I don't see the equipment. Is this a Wacom tablet, Cintiq? Is it paint? Is it pencil? I don't felt tips. I don't see any of that. I don't even see number 4, anyone happy. I want to see something of people enjoying themselves, drawing camp. Because the word drawing, the way that is, the word camp can be adult, mature, or childish. It's cross ages, right? But the word drawing is done for me in a more fun, humorous way. But where's the fun and humour in that hero banner? So I would say with your hero banner, you got to pick something that works for you, your business, your service, or what you're offering. So to say, how do I choose? The question more is back to you with, well, what is the website about? What are you trying to achieve? What are you selling? Do you know what, Brian? I'm not sure I remember that period or even recall anything about it, but it's a very good point you make. So Dipanshu, how are we going to select the winner of the giveaway? I'll tell ya. I will tell ya. Let me tell you how we're going to do it, okay? We're going to be using this. Right? So let me show you. We are using this. This is the random choice generator. So let me just pop in letters. Oh, that didn't work. 1 per line. Why is that not working? I could have just copy pasted loads of text, right? This is a really stupid. Right, so let's say I've got a load of names in there. By the way, I've tested this with like 10,000 rows. I just shoved them in. It worked. Watch what this does, right? Let me just move myself a little bit out the way. Watch this, okay? Dun 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 dun. V. So whoever is V has won. Right? We make a note of that. V cannot win again. V has won once. You can't win more than one prize. I'm sorry. I can't have one person winning everything. And then we hit again. Dun 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 dun. A. Who is A? Hey, A. Andrew Downey, you've won. Dun 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 dun. Right. So look, A has popped up again. But because A has already won, that will be scratched off. A cannot win again. And one of the, I could either delete the name out of here or we just go again. This is just random. L. Who is L? Do we have an L watching with us right now? It might be a Ligtev, right? So this is how it will be done, okay? This is going to be live, okay? The names are put in. You can see me drop the names in and then away we go. All right, and if your name crops up twice, I'm sorry. If you've won once, that's it. You don't get to win again. You don't get to win again. And I decide the order of the prizes. I will be going down my list, okay? And the list will be as it is on our website. So the very first prize will be the Bricks Builder. So if you're part of the Bricks Builder list, by the way, you will not be entered. So when I do the Bricks Builder price, there's a list for Bricks Builder. If you did not put your name in the hat for Bricks Builder, you won't be on the list. If you did not put your name for Crockablock, you will not be on the list for Crockablock, right? Does that make sense? So it's going to be random, but it will be reflective of what you said you wanted to be entered for. Dave is going to win Bertha. Just reading the comments, by the way. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean, Jake. It needs an image. It needs something alongside it. Let me just check the comments. Yeah, sure. Jake, can you email me again with your email, please? And I'll send you Jimmy's email. Yeah, so can you, or Jimmy, what you could do, Jimmy, is do you want to add in your email but put a space before and after the @ sign? That might work. Try that. Put the, put spaces in and try adding that. Oh, yes, Richard. Do you know what? I actually forgot the duplicate button was there. I actually forgot that. Yes. Al Jamaz, how do you sign up? To sign up, you got to go over here. Let me give you the link for it. There's still time to enter, by the way. There's still time to enter. Right. Yep, there's still time to enter. Yep, nice one, Jake. You email over and I'll send it through to you. Well, the thing is, though, yeah, is there's a lot of prizes on offer, right? There's a lot of prizes, and you win, you lose. That's just unfortunately the way it is, right? You know, I would love to give a prize out to everyone. No, Jimmy, that didn't work. But actually, I've got another something I could do. What if I post it, Jimmy? So here's Jimmy's email. So skating choreographer's email. So if I go skating, there you go. There you go. I'll put Jimmy's email there. That's probably why I don't recall it, Brian, if it was in the early 90s. You know, if you said to me HP, I'd be like, what? Ketchup? Or Worcester sauce? Was it HP Worcester sauce? Something like that. Quick question from Nick. If I'm adding a HTML widget into a section and pasting the code, how can I make that widget centered? You need to do this then, Nick. You do this. You put it in between that. Center, your HTML. You put the center at the start, then you drop your HTML code in, and then you do the close off the center. Did you see that, Nick? Just confirm you saw that. I've removed it. Jimmy, tell me which email to use, mate. You better tell me which email to use. Dave, I cannot make promises to anyone, though. I can't make anyone any promises. HP sauce, that was it. Was it HP sauce? Was it Worcester sauce? I can't remember what flavour it was now. I can't remember the flavour. Do you use something else, George? Do you use George? You want to clarify what you use? Don't worry, Jimmy. Do you want to say what you use? Can I sign up for more than one? Yes, there's a tick box. There's a tick box, Aljamaz. You tick all the ones you want to be entered for, but once you win one prize, brown sauce. That's it, Mark. You're right. HP brown sauce. Yes, I remember the color. I just couldn't remember the name. It was brown sauce. What was I going to say? Yeah. So if you let's say George enters the competition and George wants to win everything. If George wins the Bricks Builder prize, George is not allowed to win anything else. Okay? Out of fairness, because I can't say have one person winning multiple prizes. Because you might go and sell it on or do something weird with it or something. Yep, so Jimmy, I'm about to send you Jake's email. Okay. So I'm just going to write Jake. There we go. Send. There you go. So that has now been sent. So Jake and Jimmy. Ah, okay, yeah. What George is saying, yeah, very true. Wrap it in a div. Absolutely, yeah. No, Nick. Not center. Not spelt like that. Not spelt like that. You don't use the British spelling. You have to use this. Center with ER, not RE, because that used to catch me out as well. Hey Tahir, what do you need help with, Tahir? By the way, Tahir, you can't what do you mean by rotary tab animation? Do you mean like an animated headline, or just mean like your tabs moving side by side? And where did you see this? Have you got an example of where you saw this, Tahir? Have you got an example of where you saw this? Whoa, Dave, brown sauce in tea. I'm not sure I'm going to try that. Don't worry, Jimmy. Got to say thank you to you. So, Nick, see what George has written. Yes, a div class center, and then do like that. So Tahir, can you email me a link, because you can't post links here. So when you say a rotary tab, I think that's what you were saying, rotary tab, can you email an example of what you're trying to achieve? Because I have an idea in my head, but it might not be what you're referring to. I might be wrong, you know. Yeah, I know, Jake. I mean, even I, now and again, when I write colour, and then I go, oh, bloody hell, get rid of the U. You know, it irritates the life out of me. And I've even had people, like I've got a t-shirt that says colour, something, whatever, the Web Squadron, one of the t-shirts. And people have said to me, you spelt colour wrong. I go, no, that's how it is spelt in CSS. They go, oh, well, it's wrong, isn't it? It's like, no, shut the up, right? That's how it's spelt. Leave me alone. Get out of my face. Get out of my area. Just reading the comments here. Tahir, you have to email me a link. You can't share links on here. You can't share links on YouTube. You have to email me info@websquadron.co.uk. You can't share it here, unfortunately. You got to email me. I've just told you it's info@websquadron.co.uk, and it's in the description of the channel, and it's in the description of the video. info@websquadron.co.uk. Cock. Okay? Cock. Just checking. Johannes. Is it Johannes? Sorry if I got your name wrong. What's my favourite Elementor add-on? My favourite Elementor add-on is nothing. I don't like using Elementor add-ons unless there is something fundamental I need. And I can tell you now, in the last... Let me get my dates right here. Where are we now? We're in August. In the last 20 months... we have not used another Elementor add-on. Before that, we used premium add-ons on 2 websites, and that was it. Used happy add-ons a long time ago, and then we took it off. But in 20 months, we've not used a single Elementor add-on because I haven't needed to. And often, the extra feature you could have got, you then weigh it up and go, do I really need a plugin? Do I really need to load a whole plugin just for that one little thing? And you kind of go, no, we don't need it. We can get rid of that little extra feature and just let it go. Was it worth it? So that's how I look at things. Every plugin that we have on our website has to justify. Let me just check the comments because there's quite a few flowing in. Aljamaz, I would say definitely learn HTML, CSS or JavaScript. But sometimes, hey Ruben, you only need to learn what you need to learn to get the job done. You don't feel like you got to learn all of this stuff if you're not going to use it. It's good to know, but you don't have to learn it. Learn what you need to learn to get the job done. Nice one, Dipanshu. September, Imran? You put September. Oh, time flies, yes. Right, so Ligtev, I don't use Elementor add-ons for WooCommerce. I might use a WooCommerce add-on for the filtering, maybe for the flexible shipping, for that. But I do not use any Elementor add-ons. I don't use Woolentor or Woolimentor. Or Woolimenta Enterentero. Don't use any of that. I like to keep things slick and slim for my sanity, for the client's sanity, because they might not be working with you in the future, but also for the website sanity. Too much, you're asking for a problem at some point in time. Take care, Eddie. I might go on for a bit longer, Eddie, but if you gotta go, go. Yes, John. Oh, by the way, sorry, John. Whenever we say Jimmy, I'm referring to skating choreographer. Yes. CSS, like Jake says, can be really, really important. Hey, Gene, microthema. Microthema, you know, I feel like it could be better in the way it's presented. It could be better, but it is still a pretty neat plugin, right? For what it does. So yeah, I'm glad it's working for you. Just realized my brightness on my screen's a bit bright. Over here, let me just check the questions. Nice one. I mean, I'm glad, Deepanshu, your work is improving, and I'm still improving. Okay, I am still improving every day. George is improving, Jimmy's improving, Brian, Eddie, all of us, everyone is improving. We don't know it all. The world is always evolving, not just with businesses and clients, but web technology, solutions, plugins, themes. And I know what I can do now, but I know there's a lot of stuff I can't do, and I won't talk about it or do videos on it because I'm not ready to do stuff on that. However, eventually, when I know I can improve my skill set and capabilities, I will become better at other stuff. And I think that's just life. And I think I learn off George. You know, I've learned off Jimmy. Everyone learns off everyone. You know, I learn off Mark Newman about business and marketing and stuff. So there's always ways to improve. Just checking the comments coming in. Richard, what's the easiest way to style select inputs? Richard, I'm not sure about that. If anyone can see Richard Obin's question there, and anyone want to take a punt at that one? Take care, Eddie. Yeah, to be honest, Ligtev, I just feel like sometimes there's a lot of add-ons for WooCommerce, and when you look at it, you're actually complicating the process with a higher chance of breaking. And I tell you what, if you have a shop and you add in loads of different plugins, you know, and it wrecks the shop or the flow, you've lost a sale. And for me, you want to keep the shop as simple and easy as possible, as least steps as possible. I like it, I want to buy it, I might go to cart and check out. I don't want to be messing around with any more. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Move on. Don't overcomplicate it. Because you overcomplicate it. Oh, I can't. No, this is too much. And they go on. You lose the sale. Right, let me just check. So Tahir. Right. Tahir, right, before I, oh, sorry, something just posted through. Right, is this, right, Tahir, if you're still watching, is this a WordPress website? Because that to me looks like some JavaScript going on there, right? So let me just show you what Tahir is referring to, right? So you see this, you see what we have over here, like something like this, right? You've got, when you click on phone risk, it pops up. I mean, this is quite nice, don't get me wrong. This is nice, but if I inspect that, let me just inspect it. Where's it gone? It's not even there. Where's it gone? Oh, they've only... Wait a minute. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Just bear with me. Let me just inspect it again. I mean, look, you can see how it's been built, number one, right? You can see how it's been built. Yeah, Ruben, ask your question. So look, they've put these buttons. It's almost like, look, you see these buttons, right? Each one of these is a button inside a design. So they've got a design on there, okay? An image. The buttons are buttons behind the images. Can you see that? They're buttons and they've been positioned, okay? And then each button is a bit of JavaScript going on there, I think. I don't know, actually. Yeah, you got a bit of JavaScript going on there. So what have I done? How do I... there it is. There's the X. So it looks to me like you've got your buttons, okay, behind an image. Yeah, that's right. Do you know what, George? I realised I was like, hold on. And I can understand why, because it's absolute positioning the way they've done it, or fixed, no, absolute positioning. You got an image, okay, Tahir. You got your buttons behind that, okay, and then they've got some JavaScript going on. However, I'm not going to start to decipher how that's been built, okay. You know, so, you know, it's like you click it and then it's bringing, well, number one, it colors it, the box, obviously. So when you click it, it is highlighting that. I am not going to start to decipher exactly how this is built. You're definitely going to need a JavaScript coder to help you out with this. You know, I mean, I can totally understand why this is hidden with on the mobile and the tablet. I totally get that, and I would do the same as well. You know, I mean, this is great. It's a bit of a gimmick. You know, it is great, but that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. I think you're gonna have to do. And something Jake has just said, and this is where I'm thinking. You see. Is it important? Is it important? I mean, you could do it with tabs, like George has said. So you could, like, I mean, you'd have to pick up the tabs. There would have to be a lot of CSS going on to reposition where they are, to, you know, to position them. Absolute positioning behind the image and all of that. But that's quite a bit of work. That's quite a bit of work. Right, let me just jump onto Ruben's question. You're starting off as a WordPress designer. I'm not on Fiverr. I thought it's better to knock the door directly and propose my work. Yep, go for it. The thing is, though, Ruben, you don't want to go down the route of cold calling too much. So you got to kind of like find the right people you're going to try and connect with. Yeah, good point, Sinan. Good point there. Make it and then rotate it. And also the other thing, Ruben, so touching on what Jimmy said, if you say to your friends and family, If you find someone who wants a website and the website is built, I will pay you $50 per website that is built. And the new client who you build a website for, you say to them, if you know anyone who wants a website and you refer them to me and a website is built, I will pay you $50. And then the new client, you say the same thing to them. If you refer anyone to me and a website is built, I will pay you $50. Or whatever you decide to go for. So you're incentivizing them, because sometimes if you say to friends and family, hey, do you know someone? Yeah, I think I do. The minute you say $50, not a gift voucher, because you limit them then, they might not want the gift voucher. $50. $100. Wow. Right, $50. Think about it. Suddenly, referrals might come flooding in, or not. You know, but do start with your friends and family. Ask them. They're bound to, they might want one themselves. And you say, look, I'll give you a discount over what I normally charge, right? But you say to them, if they now know anyone, you will pay them $50, right? $50. Hey, Eric, how are you? Not seen you for a while. All right, Ruben, I took a post on massage messages. Yeah, absolutely what Richard says as well. I agree. I do agree. Build it to work, and then position it. Let me tell you, it's a bit like directory websites. So I say to my clients, we build your directory. Forget the images. Forget the fancy colors. Get it to work. Does the application form work? Can a client fill in the application? Can the purchase work? The WooCommerce bit? Does the communication and email work? When you know it works, then you do the presentation. It's like a car. Okay? Think about it. You gotta make sure the engine or whatever, everything is working inside. Or think of a steak and kidney pie. Oh, I love pucker pie, steak and kidney. Vava voom, I love them. The steak and kidney pie, the inside of that pie has got to taste and be good. The right ingredients, the right gravy, the right mixture, everything has got to be good. Then you do the pastry, the presentation. Right? So think of it like that. Okay, Al-Jamaz, what you can do is you're getting a lot of spam, what you can do is recapture and honeypot. Put honeypot in 4 times. Give them titles like labels like city, country, date of birth, I don't know, name of your first pet. And if any robots or spammers use it or find a way to do it, they'll get chucked out. So Dave, what 30% of a project is very steep, definitely. Depends on the cost of the project though, but I would definitely say 30% is just way too much. And I would say to them that, to earn 30%, there would have to be a regular load of jobs. And then you'd have to increase the price of your project to ensure that you still get your cut. Do you get what I mean? Exactly, Jimmy, right? The minute you start saying to people, look, I will incentivize and pay you, they want it, don't they? They're like, yeah, okay, this is easy money. Mark says, get your portfolio then, build your trust, provide proof, friends and family, open market. Right, everyone, if you have not hit like so far, what is wrong with your finger? This is the finger. This is the mouse. Move the mouse. Click the finger. Click the like, okay? Click the like. To be honest, Ruben, when it comes to pricing, what you've got to think about, is what you got to think about, Ruben, is okay. Look, how long is it going to take for you to build a basic one-page website, Ruben? How long is it going to take you to build a one-page basic website? 1 day? 2 days? What is that worth in terms of time to you? That's your basic price. How much is it going to cost to do a 5-page website? What's the cost and time for that? Bear in mind, though, that a 5-page website here might cost more than a 5-page website here, because this website is just images and text. This website is images, text, appointments. The pages are massive. These are just little pages, 2 sections max per page. These are like 20 sections per page. Think about the amount of work required. What's the price now? What about if you need a WooCommerce? Well, is it a WooCommerce for a 1-page website, a 5-page website, or a 10-page website? So the costs will vary. Appointment website, a directory website. Don't just say, yeah, basic website, $500, WooCommerce, $1,000. Because what if one of the WooCommerce websites is now blog, 20 pages, loads of WooCommerce, not just a WooCommerce shop. You got to now do a separate template per category, and there's 30 categories. All of the effort, all of that work. So you got to start thinking about where do you start? We start from £920, which is quite low, I have to be honest. But that is your basic, dirt cheap, basic website. 920 is where we start. You want more, the price goes up. We don't say WooCommerce starts at 1,000 or 1,500. We don't say that. We say where we start, and after that, it could go up because it's now based on the effort, the work, and what's required, and also the client. Because if you've got a difficult client who's going to keep you hanging, you might want to price it up because you're using up your time. Take care, Andrew. Go sort out your fonts, right? Hope it all works out. Listen, Ruben, if you want to start at €1,500, go for it. If you know the market is there for you and it can work with you. Bear in mind, though, have you got a portfolio? Have you got previous clients? Have you got reviews? Have you got anything to back up the $1,500? So if you've got reviews or a bit of reputation or example websites, go for it and stick at it. Do not lower your price. If you want to lower a tiny bit, like make the odd discount, that's up to you. But start at €1,500. That is your starting point from €1,500. And then after that, everything now you go up. Okay? So a bit more of a complex website. Now you got WooCommerce. Now you got appointments. Now you got a directory or wherever else is your niche or your area. If you want Aljamaz, you're going to have to email me, though, on info@websquadron.co.uk. Well, the thing is, though, Ruben, you're saying, look, I don't know. Where do you live, Ruben? Where do you live? I can't remember where you live. Where do you live? What do other people charge in your area? I'm not talking about get your website built for €50 or €100. I'm not talking about that market, okay? I'm not talking about that. What do people currently charge? And don't just look at their price and go, oh, I want that. Maybe they are established. If they're established, they can probably charge more and they get it. If you're new, what is the reason? Right, you're in Paris. So in Paris, what is the going rate for a basic website? I'm not talking about the Fiverr or the Upwork market. If you were to now go to Google and look up Paris web designers, what do they charge for a basic website? What do they charge? And look at the prices for those that are quite new. You know, they don't have much portfolio. They don't have, you know, they're not as big and established. What are they charging? Don't look at the company that's been running for 20 years and has got 1,000 clients and they are rolling in it. They got a massive team. They are big business. No, they can command 20,000 euros, right? They're a different breed. But the smaller websites or agencies or freelancers who don't have a big portfolio, who are just starting off or whatever, what are they doing it? Yeah, but forget the Fiverr market, the €5, forget them. They are just churning out templates. Forget them. So what I would then say, Ruben, is you get, like Mark Newman said, get your website set up, get your portfolio on, contact companies or people who you know need a service. What is your niche area? Do you have a niche area? If you do, contact businesses in that niche area and start from there. But because there's no point us telling you what to set your price at. You need to know what, you know, I mean, I would even say, what is the €1,500? Is that a basic website or is that a WooCommerce website? So do you have to flex the pricing? You have pricing ladders. A basic car will be $1,000. A car with air conditioning and alloys might be $2,000. A car with sports wheels and, you know, a better engine might be $4,000. And then you have the convertible version and it's got everything, right? Everything, right? Might be $10,000, right? Your pricing ladder. What is the basic? Think of a car, basic car, no alloy, no aircon, no digital radio, manual window winders and all of that, right? And then you go the next step up, automatic, aircon, alloy, electronic, digital display, all of that, built-in sat-nav. You got to think like the pricing ladder, okay? And the car analogy is, I think, probably the best one to use. Yeah, absolutely, Jake. Yeah, you got to consider as well, what is that website worth to the business? You know, if that business is a big money-making business and this website takes them to the next level, the value of the website might reflect that as well. If you have a niche area, it helps. But, you know, sometimes I understand why not having a niche area can be good as well. Okay, €1,500 for a one-page. Now, Ruben, here's where I would say, yeah, this is where you've got to be really clear, because you're saying basic website, 1 page, maximum 5 page. So what you're saying is you have a price, so that's the same price for 1 page and 5. And I would say, I think you need to change your model. I would probably say €1,000 for a 1 page website, 1,500 for a 5 page website. You need to start making that distinction, because 5 pages is 5 times more work. Not completely, because you're doing a copy of a page, but, you know, it's more effort. Hey, Jason, you are late. You are late. You could do, Ruben, but at the same time, okay, look, let me tell you right now, okay? If I wanted a website built and someone says to me $1,500 and I say to them, okay, show me an example website, and all they do is give me a demo, I'm not working with them, because I would turn around and say, how can you justify 1.5? I might as well go to Fiverr, get a website built for $50, even though it's dirt cheap, because they have got examples to show me. Do you understand the argument? So I would say just showing a demo could... I was going to end 5 minutes ago, Jason, but I might go on for a tiny bit more. Yeah. So I would say, Ruben, €1,000 for a 1 page website, but a 5 page website is $1,500. which economically is so much better, right? I mean, the savings on there are so much better. So, you could think about it like that. Because going in at a higher price just because other people do, unless you've got example websites and reviews. Like, let's say I contact you, Rubin, right? And I say, okay, 1,000, 1,500. Yeah, all right. Okay, yeah. Have you got an example website? And you go, nope. Example customer? Nope. Have you got any reviews? Nope. And that could let you down. So you got to think about like your pricing structure, right? And at the same time, I am now going to take you, I've already talked about pricing ladder, but now, let me now take you down another route. You want to be earning $1,500. Cheers, Aljamaz. I've got your email. I'll open it in a minute. You want to get $1,500 euros for a 5-page website, right? That's where you want to get to, right? So this is where you want to get to. But you might have to start here. This is what you want to be earning. But you might have to start here. You might have to start, Rubin, at 300 euros. Right now you're thinking, what? You want to be at 1,500 and I've just dropped you to 20% of what you want to be at. And here's why. You might get more clients, more reviews, more example websites. You're going to start to understand what you like and dislike. What kind of clients do you want to work with? What kind of websites do you like building? And once you've got about 3 or 4 clients at 300 euros, you flex up to 600. Then you flex up to 900. Then 1,200. Then 1,500. You flex it up. You might set a goal to go, right, every time we do 4 clients, we flex up. We start at 300. By the time we get to 8 clients, we go to 600. By the time we get to 12 clients, we flex up to 900. You flex it up because you're proving yourself with what you can do. You're getting lots of good reviews. Word of mouth is kicking in. You say to the client, right, look, website for $300. And if you refer us to anyone else, you're going to get $50 back from us, euros. Do you get it? Yeah, you grow gradually because that's where you want to get to. That is where you want to get to. But you're not going to get there straight away. So you got to gradually get there. And I've said do it every 4. You might do it every 2, every 3. You decide. And you don't just give them a price. Yeah, exactly like what Jimmy says, 250 euros. Exactly. You start and you grow. And here's the other thing, Rubin, right? Let's say you offer a website for $300. That is the website, not the SEO. Okay? If they want SEO, you charge an extra $200 on top of it. If they want you to sort out their domain and hosting, the connections, you charge an extra $100. They want you to sort out their mailing list with MailChimp or MailerLite, you charge an extra $100. The website build is your 300. And then you say, but if you want us to now do your SEO, it's an extra 200. If you want us to set up your Google Search Console and your Google Analytics, right, and submit to Google, it's an extra $150. So we've gone 300 plus 200 plus 150. Suddenly we've gone from 300 euros to 650. Do you get what I'm saying here? So you can not only scale up slowly, but you can add on add-ons. Don't just say, yeah, here's your website, and it's got your SEO, and it's got this, and it's got all of that. Because what you're then saying to the client is, okay, if you don't want SEO, fine. Then we don't do it, right? Look what Mark has written there. We started at 200. And we scaled up. In fact, we went from 200 Then we went up to about 350, 360-ish. Then we were up like about 600 odd. And then we went 9. And then very not long after the 9, we were able to start going up to 2,000 and more. Believe me, we did a directory website not long ago for 3,600. Okay. How were we able to do that? Well, I'll tell you why. Reviews, word of mouth. The number of reviews, the reputation, the word of mouth. Okay. Everything kicks in. But there was no way we could say to someone, give us £2,000 for a website when we were starting off, because we were nobodies. Who were we? There are so many web design agencies out there. Who were we? We were nobody. So you got to like build the trust, get your reputation. And it allowed us to understand, right, you know what? We're never ever building that kind of website because we hate doing that kind of work. So we stay away from that kind of stuff. We charged £300 for this website and it took so long to sort out and do. Right, we've got to learn from that. So what we're telling you is what we've gone through and how we now appreciate the pricing ladder with the cars, basic, medium, sports car, the growing price strategy as well. So start off with a small price and grow up as well. Nice one. Okay, I think this all makes sense, Ruben, and I hope everything that, you know, so many people are chipping in here, you know, Jake, Mark, Jimmy, everyone, you know, what we're saying. I hope it all makes sense. Yep, there you go, Jake. You know, 10% commission. Exactly what Jimmy is saying there. Demo websites will not get you business. Demo websites work for a plugin or a theme because we want to see what it does. But if I wanted to trust you as a web designer and I want to believe you when you're telling me that people are happy with your work, I want to see a real website. I want to see a real review. I want to have the freedom to contact Mr. Fred and say, Mr. Fred, Ruben built a website for you. What did you think? And I want Fred to be honest. But at the moment, there is no Fred. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, cool. Right, look everyone, I've been live for 1 hour 40. In fact, no, hold on. Aljamaz, are you still there? You sent me a link. So Aljamaz, are you still there, Aljamaz? Are you still there, mate? Do you want us to review your website? I won't review it if you're not there, Aljamaz. That's the only thing we don't do. We don't do it unless you're there. So you got to be there. If you're not there, then I can't help you. You're not gone yet, Jason. Good to have you, mate. Right, I'm just checking if Aljamaz is still... Yeah, Aljamaz is here. Right, let's now share your website, okay? So I am now sharing your website. It's called SaudiHelp.com. It's a directory website. Okay. Yeah, okay. I get that. So you can do a search. You can search by city as well. Okay. The images. Yep, the images work. There's a bit of repetition in the images, though. If you could vary it up a bit, the repetition is a little bit glaring for me. It does have a very 1999 look to it. It's very geometrical block. Bit more spacing between here, I think, could be good. The images are fine. I think I would say, though, you might need to work on your spacing. So, you know, here, this is way too wide. That should be narrower. This, I would halve it. You got to halve the width of that. It's just too wide. It doesn't need to stretch all the way there. You know what would look really good? You've got this over here. You got to increase the space here, right? So I would have at least 70, 80 pixels spacing. Like, this is very cramped. It looks cramped. And the width of this, make the search bar and the city thing be slightly less than the width of that. A little bit less than the width of that. Bring it in, have it underneath, but space it out a bit. I'm not sure about this shape. I would get rid of that shape divider because it is very geometric. It's very blocky. Yeah, it is very... yeah, look, Ruben, if you want me to look at it, email info@websquadron.co.uk. Let's do it. info@websquadron.co.uk. So Aljamaz, your website is very blocky, geometric, okay? And then you've got this shape divider of the paintbrush. Get rid of it. I would make it blocky because it just doesn't really work for me there on that. Look, it's too cramped. Make your spacing better, right? The font over there, that should be white, I think. You've got to increase your margins over here and your padding. That needs at least 50 pixels from the bottom and top, at least 50 or 60. You got to add in about 80 between each section as well. They are very cramped up. You know, I mean, do you know something? You know how here, can you see here your header? Can you add that same opacity to this? Make this darker so I can still see the image, but the wording pops more. The wording in the search bar pops more. In fact, Jake has just said that. I would give the images a bit more of a dark... Hey, Jake, you're on the same wavelength as me. Make it pop a bit more. But it's very cramped. It is very... You got to give yourself some more spacing between your columns. Everything is... It feels like you're trying to cram too much in. So just space it out a bit, okay? That was his address. That's the wrong address. Right, let me just get your... Has this been optimized for the web, though? Has this been optimized? You know, your padding, your margin, all of that. You definitely need to... Hey, Jason, don't worry. Everyone is still here. And don't forget to hit like. Okay, don't forget to hit like. I'm just running a page speed score on the website. But I definitely think for cramp... I mean, let's just try something, okay? Let's just do a search on Riyadh. Okay, what am I going to get? Is it a functioning website? Is this a functioning website? Mark, you don't need to win it, Mark. I've got the license, Mark. What are you doing? I've got the license, okay? I have to say, though, this isn't the most inspiring map. This isn't the most... I mean, you might want to try the My Listing theme, which I think is a load better in how this is presented. I mean, obviously, this is a test. I get it. You know, you got your filters. You know, so... I mean, what I would say then is if I look at your page speed score, images in WebP, that's my recommendation, Aljamaz. Properly size your images, so your desktop and your mobile. You got to think about your different sizes. You got to preload. You've only got two. Actually, you've got a Google font. You need to preload this font, right? You need to preload this font. Go and watch my video on Page Speed 2022 because it shows you how to handle this one, e-icons. Go and watch it. Go and watch it. And I think you need to get some optimization plugin in here because you've got quite a bit of stuff going on with your JavaScript and your CSS. Aljamaz, I don't know if any of this helped you or not, but I would re-explore. It's a bit cramped. Reduce the search bar's width size, but I hope that helps. Charles, Ruben, did you just send me your website? Charles, that's you, isn't it, Ruben? Charles. That is you, isn't it? Jimmy, what are you trying to win? I think they want to win everything, right? They want to win everything. Right, Ruben, you are Charles, aren't you? You are Charles. Well, Aljamaz, look, okay, if, you know, if you jump on a live chat again and you redevelop it, please feel free to come back to us. Oh yes, I remember now, Ruben. We looked at your website before, didn't we? Didn't we look at your website before and we mentioned about the logo? Didn't we do that the other day? So let's look at Ruben's website. Okay, so what we're missing though is a name. So I know you've got the logo, but we are missing a name, and I feel like without a name there, it just feels empty. And I definitely think you got to have a name, because that, I don't know what that is. It's a logo, I get it, but we are missing it. Yeah, that's good. So look, there you got Corrali, right? Corrali, okay. And you're using the pop-up with the sliding, which is good. I did a video on that. You need to get the logo in, the name. You're missing the name there. I think definitely get the name in there. Yep, okay, that's fine. You've done the column approach, which I like as well. I get what you've done there. That, I do think this is too big. You know this? I don't know, I'm looking at it. I'm just looking at it. No, it's fine. Ignore me. It's fine. Text is nice. You got a nice background there. You got spacing. Okay, you've got spacing, which is good. I'm not sure about this faded in approach. The fade in there's not working for me too. I'm feeling like I would have preferred it if it wasn't fade, but that's just me. Don't listen to me, okay? Do not listen to me. But the fade in, I'm not feeling that very much, but yeah. Others might like it, but that's just me. That is nice. That is a really nice. Are you using, did you get the tips for this from the video we did a while ago? Because we did a video on this, didn't we? Did you get, please let me know, did you get this from our video? But yeah, this is really good. And by the way, if anyone wants to know how to do this effect with the skew as well, it's a video in our YouTube channel, all right, that shows you how to do the scroll down effect and the automatic moving down. But yeah, look, Ruben, we looked at your website. I think it was yesterday. I think we looked at your website yesterday, didn't we? Yeah, I think we looked at it yesterday. Yeah, and I think, yes, do you know what, Ruben? Yeah, by the way, Jake, if you want to know how to do this, we've got a video on this. We've got a video in our channel on this, okay? So it's like automatic scrolling of images, and it doesn't move until you put your mouse over it. So look, it doesn't move until you put your mouse over it. And it is a skewed effect as well. So it's different, right? But I think the tips we mentioned yesterday, I think what you've done has really improved. The only thing that I don't like a lot is this fade in, but that's just me. Right, that's just me. Well done, Ruben. Nice website. Nice website. You know, all you've got to do now is pad out your portfolio and your items and stuff like that. Ligtev, it's info@websquadron.co.uk. I do have to shoot off now, everyone. It's 1 hour 50 minutes. I've had 2 toilet breaks and I am hungry. And I just need to edit one more video, and I just need to do some cover art and get some shit uploaded and stuff like that. If you haven't hit like already, please hit like. It means a lot to us. Info@websquadron.co.uk if you want to get in touch. Don't forget our mastery modules that are available on our website if you want to understand more about your business, marketing, analytics, even just building websites, or tips about pricing strategy, scaling up, anything we can tell you. Yes, Ligtev, next time, right? I'll make sure, we get you on there, okay? Right, everyone. By the way, Jason, I'm really sorry, mate. Thanks for everyone's help, by the way, in chipping in. Jimmy, Jason, Jake, Deepanshu, Mark, George, Brian, Eddie, Charles, who is, Ruben, Al Jamaz as well. Okay, look, everyone, take care. I'll see you all soon. Bye.